The year was 2019. It was December. It was a cold, brutal winter, and we were setting out.
Whopping 40 degrees outside.
It was cold. That winter race series, the first one that we ever did at Riverdale, it was rough. It was wet, it was cold, and we weren't very well prepared in a lot of ways, except for we were prepared with jackets, hoodies, raincoats, thanks to Moto Loco. Okay, so in December, I got a message from somebody named Darren on Instagram, and he basically was like, hey man, I enjoy the channel, I enjoy what you're doing with the kids. I have a gear company, it's one of the fastest growing gear companies in England, and I'd like to send you some gear if you're interested. I was like, yeah, I don't even care if his gear sucks. Like, sure, why not? That'd be great. But I looked at it and I was looking at their stuff and I was like, dude, this is pretty cool. They had a couple of like really cool designs that I thought would fit the kids perfectly. So I agreed to it, and I had no idea, like Darren and I, like we had nothing written out. There was nothing, there was no contract. There was no, hey, we will send you this much and you have to post this many videos, or you need to do this for us, or there wasn't anything like that. He was just like, here, anytime we get new stuff, I'm gonna send it to you and it's yours and enjoy kind of thing.
A box inside of a box.
2 boxes.
3
boxes. And what's cool about Moto Loco is it's probably one of the best gear companies to have a sponsor with, because not only did they send gear, but they had, like I was saying, hoodies, jackets, t-shirts, hats, mugs, all sorts of swag that they would get us. Oh, you got your number on the back so you could race with that, Lil.
Yeah.
And we really needed that. The first winter that we did a race series, it was cold, it was wet, and just having those jackets and those hoodies that kept the kids warm, made their racing enjoyable, as well as look good and have their name and number on the back. It was a big deal. And I know, like Moto Loco, for them it was probably a smart decision, and hopefully it was worth it for them to sponsor us. Darren's a forward-thinking guy, he's an entrepreneur, and it's smart to work with a YouTuber because it's probably cheaper than sponsoring a pro or running ads in a magazine.
Sweet package in the mail from our buddies down at Moto Loco.
But for me, like as a dad, it was a big deal. It was huge because gear is expensive. Your kids are constantly growing, and we would basically like give them new gear for Christmas or their birthday.
Mason just gets all of them.
But now we didn't have to wait, and Moto Loco would take care of us, and packages would keep showing up. Every time they had a new gear launch, they would send us new stuff, and it always looked rad and it always made the kids feel good.
This is sick. Look at it.
Oh, that's a hoodie with your name on it? When Lillian started riding, her mom was like, hey, do you think Darren would send Lillian some stuff? And I was like, no, I don't know. I mean, like, she's not even racing yet. Once she's racing, then we'll ask him. And Lillian's mom was like, well, I don't want her to feel left out, so I agreed. And I asked Darren, and I'm like super hesitant. Anytime I ask a sponsor for something, I'm always super like nervous or hesitant. And I asked him, I was like, hey, Lillian's gonna start riding. If you have anything for her, then that would help too. And he was like, absolutely, I would love to have a girl representing and wearing our gear.
Can I borrow it? Just to like sleep in?
And like from the beginning, he embraced Lillian and set her stuff and made sure she was set, even before she even did her first race, which was pretty rad.
It starts easy, huh? Okay. Holy crap. She didn't even wait for me to tell her what to do.
Like I said, we didn't have a contract or an agreement with Darren and Moto Loco or anything. They honestly expressed that they would continue to support us as long as we needed. Unfortunately, sometimes when you have different sponsorships, they will conflict. And we have a sponsorship now that is affiliated with other brands that would compete with Moto Loco. So we found ourselves in a position where if we wanted to take this sponsorship, we wouldn't be able to keep working with or representing Moto Loco. And it was actually a hard decision just because of how much we enjoyed Moto Loco and we appreciated all that they've done for us. But ultimately, I knew that if the kids wanted to, if we wanted to keep doing this and if the kids wanted to get to the next level, then we would have to take this new sponsorship to keep us going and to keep progressing and getting the kids to the next level on the track. Lillian, what is your favorite Moto Loco memory?
Hold on, my memory's bad. I'm gonna have to think from the past. Well, Luke's saying Loretta's, but
Should we come back to you?
no.
Is there like a favorite gear set or something that you like?
Yeah, my favorite gear set is the red one I have, like the red and black one where it kind of fades in. Show a picture. I like when we got those gear sets and then they had the name and number on the side and then the American flag on them. And then my favorite memory was when I was trying to make it to Loretta's because I really wanted to be their first rider to make it to Loretta wins. I just barely didn't make it. I watched you all. And then I made it at Hangtown.
Barely.
And then I was training in Oklahoma, and then they sent me a package, and it was a red and black gear set, and it said official team on it. And I remember getting that, and I was super excited. I felt really special, and I was glad that I was gonna be their first rider to race at Loretta's.
That was a goal that you set. You wanted to be their first Loretta Lynn's racer, and you did it.
Yeah.
Mason, what's your favorite Moto Loco memory?
Jersey or?
Like favorite thing that you got, favorite. You want me to say mine?
Sure.
All right, so my favorite with Mason was when he was riding Luke's old YZ65 and Darren sent like a bunch of Moto Loco stickers and Mason didn't have any graphics. So he just took all of the Moto Loco stickers and just covered it like confetti all over his bike. And it actually looked really rad. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Anything else? Can you think of any other favorite moments?
You know, I liked orange and they always had like the best orange gear and they'd always let me pick whatever color I wanted, so.
Everything about Moto Loco was just fun. It was fun for the kids to pick out their gear sets.
We got them now.
It was fun for them to see like the new gear coming out and pick out what colors they want. I loved that it was unique, and Moto Loco is not something that you would see every day. So it was easy for me because I could find my kids on the track easier. But also I feel like it branded us too, and it was like Moto Loco became part of Vlog Epicness. It became part of the channel. It became part of our family and like who we were. And as a dad too, like seeing your kids get excited about opening new gear.
What is that?
They're seeing their name on their jersey, seeing it look professionally done with their number. That's a cool feeling that you're seeing your kids experience.
My favorite memory that I can think of is when we first got that package of gear and it was like that graffiti gear.
That is sick.
Might have been the slowest kid on the track, but I was sponsored, so I felt pretty factory, and I just loved how, you know, I might have been a mid-pack kid, but I was always easy to spot out because their gear was so unique, and I love running the bright colors, like yellow and pink.
I always liked how you looked in yellow and pink. I thought that was like your color. That was like Luke.
I love their yellow because it was like a neon. It looked like one of those special traffic cones. That time when Luke landed on Kylan.
Oh. So what happened was like December, Edge Power Sports was talking about some things that they wanted to do with us, to collab, and they mentioned that they wanted us to promote the gear that they sell. And about that same time, Darren reached out to me from Moto Loco and he's like, hey, we got some new gear coming out. We got a new line. We want to send you some. Nothing was official with Edge yet. But I was in this like position where I didn't want to like burn my bridge with Moto Loco yet, but I also didn't want to accept more gear from them. And then a few weeks later turn around and be like, okay, well now we're going somewhere else. And it wasn't easy on me because their gear, the new gear looked sick, and they had gear bags, which would have been huge because we need new gear bags. Kids gear bags, they each have their own, but they're worn out and they're all black. So it causes some confusion where like one kid thinks that they grab their gear bag, but it's actually someone else's in the back of the truck. Or I'm like, okay, I gotta grab Mason's gloves, but I gotta check all three gear bags to see which one is his kind of thing. So So it would have been rad for them to each get their own individual gear bag, but I didn't want to do that to Moto Loco and be like, yeah, send us some product, and then a few months later, sorry, we're not gonna work with you guys anymore. So the last few months have kind of just been like in limbo, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. And I guess it's official now that we're going to be working with Edge Power Sports and partnering with them, including representing their gear that they sell. I just can't thank Moto Loco enough. Like, it's been so huge, especially like for my kids at a point where they didn't always have the nicest stuff. They didn't always have the best bikes or the newest bikes, but they were able to feel special with having nice gear, new gear, custom gear. And that was something that I always wasn't able to provide for them, but Moto Loco stepped in and Darren helped us out, and he made my kids feel special, look good, feel confident in representing an awesome gear brand.
I just want to say thank you to Moto Loco because they always made us feel special, and I'm really happy I was able to work with them for so long and wear their gear, because I've had their gear literally since I started riding. They've been with us along the way, and I'm really sad that we're gonna be parting ways, but I'm just really thankful for all that they did for us.
Thank you, Moto Loco. Appreciate all you guys have done for us.
So I just want to say publicly thank you to Darren, thank you to Moto Loco, thanks for being our friend and letting us represent your brand. It's been awesome.
These are my favorite Moto Loco bikes.
Go. Try second.
Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to.
Then why are we racing if you don't feel good?
Take the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question.
That's pretty impressive. You have a perfect record on the Husky.
Dad, I actually took it to them.
But in the end it's right. I hope you had the time.
And either a cat scratched him or a foot peg. Was that a foot peg? Probably a foot peg.
My leg! My bike landed on my leg!
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. But it's worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
I did cut them off because I wanted to get around them.
Did you see what your brother can do in the woods? Good job, Luke.
That was so fun.
It was?
Not shit.
It's something unpredictable. But in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. So proud of you guys. Nice work.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
What?
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time.
Mason, you're crazy, man. You matched the talkies tent, Luke. Woo! Like you're 2. You want me to walk your bike over to the starting line like a 2-year-old?
Thank you, Moto Loco.
Thank you, Moto Loco. Thank you, Moto Loco.
Thank you, Moto Loco.